Hey guys, welcome back to school. This is going to be our first asynchronous type of learning situation where you get to see my face in my home talking about what we're going to learn today. So hopefully you probably got this link through your email. Um, it's going to be also linked on our assignments, which I'm going to show you in a little bit through my website so that you can watch it. You can go back and watch it anytime. Um, but I am going to show you a little bit about what's going to happen today. And under assignments, we're going to also have agendas. I'm going to have agendas posted with what we are looking to do throughout the week. Most agendas are probably going to be posted for the entire week. Like I may not do a different agenda every single day. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. But I do want you to think about some of the discussions and things that I talk about here, and I want you to rewatch this video as many times as you need to. It's going to be posted to the Transitions YouTube channel that I've talked about. Hopefully you have seen my YouTube, the video about accessing your My Teacher website. If you haven't, you're going to want to watch that because that's part of this week's instruction as well. Because we are discussing how to access e-learning technology and what are the different types of e-learning technology. Okay, so that's one of the things that we're doing today. Your learning target for this week, really, and today's agenda is going to be given a YouTube video link. I will identify ways to advocate for myself and describe how I can access e-learning technology. So that is the focus of this week, okay? We're talking about self-advocacy and we're talking about accessing technology, okay? Self-advocacy, what is it? I have a little story for you. In 2013, I was a young whippersnapper in college and community college. Back then it was called Highline Community College. Now it's just Highline College in Des Moines. And I had one of my favorite professors, Dr. Bob Bauer. He's a psychology professor. And as he was telling us a story of how he didn't really like statistics, and psychologists have to go through college and take a lot of different statistic courses. If you don't know what that is, it's a type of math, statistics. So obviously, he didn't really like it too much. But by the time he got to his doctoral program, he noticed people left and right after the professor at his college said, "Does anybody have any questions?" They kept raising their hands. They were like, "Wait, what if you do this?" And it was like, "Oh yeah, da 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 da." And this professor apparently really loved statistics, he mentioned. And then another person was like, "Hey, what about this?" And then he was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, da 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 da." And Dr. Bauer realized something at that time. He was like, "This is a doctoral program. I had to go through a lot of school to get here. I had to compete for this position in order to get accepted. These are a lot of really smart people. It took a lot of cognitive brain power to get where I am today." So he came to the realization that these are some of the smartest people in the world that are here. These are just some of the smartest people here. And look at everyone is asking questions. Nobody assumes they know the answers. They want to hear what is it? What do I need to know? How can I figure this out? So I want you to remember that. He closed with that story with the smartest people in the world ask questions. And when we talk about self-advocacy, what does that mean? That means, because self-advocacy, according to dictionary.com, right, is the action of representing one's self views or interests. Okay. The action of representing oneself's views or interests. I need to know that other people understand who I am. I need to know that if I have a question, that if I don't understand something, that I need to ask. And I need to find that ability that, even though it may be scary, that I need to step up and say, no, this isn't right for me. And self-advocacy is extremely important throughout your schoolwork, throughout your academia career, whether that be, just through high school or through technical training or through college or even learning on the job, right? A lot of what we do in this program when you volunteer, you need to be able to ask. You need to be able to say, I don't understand. And it's okay. Understand that it's okay to ask. It's okay to say, I don't understand. Because the smartest people in the world say, I don't understand. I need to know, And this is the gateway to becoming a lifelong learner, which has got to be your goal. This is the goal. And if you're thinking, maybe I'm not smart enough. I can people in the world ask questions, but I'm not smart. Psh, no. That is where we're going to change your perspective of your labels, which is on our agenda today as well. I want you to start thinking of yourself as an exceptional, unique individual, okay? You are not defined by your labels. Everybody that I'm talking to right now has what's called an individualized education plan or program, and you know about this, okay? With these videos that are going to be asynchronous and uploaded to my teacher website and YouTube channel, there is no names that is going to be identified. Everybody understand that you have full confidentiality within me, and only when we get into the synchronous and emails and things like that can I be able to talk with you directly. But broadly, I need everyone to understand that you can change your perspective. Now, what's a perspective? That's a particular attitude towards a way of regarding something or a point of view, okay? So right now, you may have been told your entire life that you have what's called a disability, that you have that you're abnormal. You're not someone that is average. You're below average, right? You may have been told this. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this off, sorry. You may have been told this, okay? But that's not true, okay? You can change your perspective. You can change your point of view in thinking, no, I'm a unique individual. I learn in a way that is unique to me and my abilities. I don't have a disability. I have abilities. And it's not my problem that other people don't understand how to channel that ability and make it like in your teacher's way, like make it so that I can understand something. Okay? You are a unique individual with your own ability. Okay? And I want you to think of this throughout the year. We're gonna come to this back. We're gonna keep coming back to this idea that you are an individual with unique abilities, that you do not have to call it a disability. Okay. And that through self-advocacy, you get to help other people understand your needs, the way that you think, which is not the same as the way I think, okay? This is very important. And like I said, we're going to continue to come back to this. I want to share my screen right now and talk about my teacher website, or like, sorry, here we are at teacher website. Hopefully, like I said, if you haven't seen the video about how to get here, you need to get in there and do that. But I want to explain a little bit because we're going to talk about e-learning technology. Okay, so far we've covered self-advocacy a little bit. We've covered the idea that you need to change your perspective around how you think about your labels. Okay, understanding that you are a unique individual, that you learn differently than other people, and that's okay. Okay, but now we're going to talk about e-learning. So I'm going to go over here to resources. And right here at the top, I just put this in, e-learning family guide. Now, this is something that the district put on their website. So I'm still on the district website. And it talks about the different e-learning, the 4 core technologies, right? The Seesaw, Homebase, Teams. This is Microsoft Teams. These are the little icons, the little labels for what you may do. Synchronous learning tools is Zoom, and asynchronous learning tools is Zoom. This is what I'm on right now. This is how I'm recording, is Zoom. And asynchronous, again, is self-paced, okay? So you're on your own, you're watching this video over and over again to make sure you're understanding. Synchronous is, I've invited you to a meeting, to the class. You're on there, I'm on here. Those sessions will not be recorded, especially if we are discussing your individual IEP or anything like that, okay? So, but I want you to know about this because part of your week is going to be to explore this site a little bit, because you need to be able to identify, if you look at if you remember our learning target, you will be able to describe how you can access e-learning technology, okay? And right here is your resource for accessing e-learning technology. If you look at each one of these things, ClassLink, it gives a little description of what this is. Seesaw, it gives us, well, Seesaw is not us, that's K5. Microsoft Teams talks a little bit about what they do, how we're gonna be learning in those classes, okay? Microsoft Family Resources, each one of these is a link. This is important to know. Zoom, of course, video tools, synchronous meetings. OneDrive, you get to use that for storage. Okay, so you need to be able to describe how you get here, because we may have, we're gonna be having a synchronized class time at some point. And some of you may be wondering about your schedules, like your schedules on Skyward, which again, right here, you need to be able to access Skyward. That's another thing. And if you have, boom, right here, sign in help. These are the sign in helps for websites. So if you're having trouble signing in, again, self-advocacy, right? These, you need to be able to make sure that you can get to your, to my website, get to these resources. You have the capabilities, you have the, if you have the technology, that is what you have in need, okay? So distance learning, hybrid learning, and blended learning. It all talks about what we are gonna do. Look, definitions right here. All right, so this is vital. This is very important. And this link may even have came to you already. It may have even came to your family, to your parents already from the district, from our administrators. Okay, so you may have that already. All right, so that's this week. That is what we are learning. Let's see if there was anything else I wanted to discuss. Agenda, like I said, I want you to look at the agenda. Oh, I'm going to share my screen again. I'm sorry. I just remembered something. So let's go back. Okay, here we were at eLearning, but let's go back to, boom, my teacher website. So here I am at the home page, right? Okay, I'm going to go to our class. This is Community Transitions 18 to 21 years old. And I want to show you, here's my announcement. So hopefully you've read that. Hey, up here I added a 2021 school calendar, okay, so that you know that. And then of course the Microsoft Teams login. So even there you can go straight there. But down here, assignments, view all assignments. As you can see in this video, there's nothing there, but on the first day of school, hopefully now when you're watching this and you go to my website, you'll be able to see a link. Links here and assignments. You're going to see the agenda that I was talking about in a PDF form. Okay, so you'll be able to click on that and say, hey, what were we learning about? What was that learning target? Where's the standard that we're going off of today? That's going to be identified here in this assignment. It's going to be located there. And you're going to see a link to this video. Okay, so you will see this on the first day. And I am encouraging all of my students to contact me if you have particular questions. Again, self-advocacy. Okay, this is going to be repeated over and over and over again. We are going to talk a lot about self-advocacy and making sure that we understand those. And welcome back. I want you to know that too. If you're feeling a little frightened, a little scared about how this year is going to go, a little unsure and uncertain, you're not alone. There are teachers all over the world right now going, "Ah!" which is like why I had that face mirror, like when you first saw me. They don't know, they're unsure, especially those that have been teaching a long time are like, how do I do this? But that's why it's so important to become a lifelong learner, to be able to adapt and change to new things. I'm looking at this year and saying, what a great opportunity for a challenge. What a great opportunity for growth. We got this, you guys. Remember that we got this. Breathe. We got this, okay? We got this. And it's going to be a great school year, okay? Questions you have, concerns you have, email me directly. That contact information on my website is where that is. And you know how to find me. And stay tuned because we are going to have more Zoom meetings, more Microsoft. I'll get you guys on Microsoft Teams for those of you in my class. And, you know, we're just going to rock it. We're going to rock this year. It's going to be epic. Amazing. All right, you guys, stay classy.